Okay,
Yes.
let's put Jesus aside. Why should I follow your Old Testament?
You shouldn't.
I say what?
You shouldn't.
Or even though in the Old Testament it says that God wants to, through the nation of Israel, bring the Gentiles to the worship of God. So you're saying
Yes.
Isaiah was full of it.
That's not what he meant. He didn't mean
No,
the
don't tell me
revelation
that it's in
revealed to
front of you,
us.
Isaiah 42.
I
Don't
know,
lie
I
to
know.
me. You're full of it because your Isaiah says,
You're more
whoever
wise
the
than I
servant
am.
is, your Isaiah says, whoever the servant is, what is he going to do? Isaiah 42 in front of your eyes.
Lie
You
to
want
all
me to read
nations.
the Bible?
Lie to all nations. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so why did you just say I shouldn't?
Why does it mean lie to all nations? Why does it have to mean the Torah?
Because
The
God is telling Isaiah that the servant will bring them to the knowledge of God and worship him.
Yes.
Isaiah 45. So how am I going to worship your God without the Old Testament?
Why does knowledge of God equate the
How am
revelation
I going to
given to
know
the
who
people
God
of
is
Israel?
without the Old Testament? Answer the question.
Set in an example as a lie to all nations.
How am I going to know that it's Yahweh if not the Old Testament? Where am I going to find that this is the God of Abraham, not the Old Testament?
Most people don't know it's the God of Abraham without the Old
But
Testament.
the God of the Old Testament wants the people to know this is the God of Abraham. So how are they going to know that without the Old Testament? If you tell me worship God, which God? Allah of the Quran or the God of the Hindus? Which God?
The Creator.
Who is he? Muslims tell me it's Allah who sent Muhammad.
But they take it from us.
Oh, us where? From where? Come on, Einstein, what source?
I know, the Bible. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so that's my point. My point is you told me I shouldn't. That means you just went against the Old Testament because the Old Testament says your job, if you are a true God-fearing Jew, is to bring me to the God of Abraham. But my knowledge of the God of Abraham is in the Old Testament.
Yes, but
Okay,
not the Torah.
so
But it's not
now,
binding on you as a Christian. That's what I'm
wait,
saying.
no. Forget about Christianity. Put that aside. Isaiah says it's your obligation to bring me to the knowledge of the God of Abraham. And where is that knowledge found?
Yes, in the Old Testament.
Okay, so then why did you argue with me? That means, now let's go back to point one. When I said, why should I believe in the Old Testament? You said, you shouldn't. No, I should. Do you believe in the Messiah? He's coming?
Yeah, of course we do.
What do you believe about the Messiah?
He's going to be wise beyond his years. He's going to be son of David. He's going to be...
What does it say he's going to be a son of David?
Netzel Migezei Shai. Isaiah 12, I believe, or 11.
No, it's Isaiah 11, but I'll give you $1 million to show me it says Messiah.
Okay. Oh, no, you mean literally the name Messiah?
Yeah, I want to know because
Sheikh
you
Ben
rabbis, or not you rabbis, you Jews have selectively decided which prophecies are messianic, which are not, in order to show that Jesus is not the Messiah. So I'm not going to play your game. This is what you're referring to, Isaiah 11, not 12.
Yeah.
Then a shoot will spring forth from the stem of Jesse. I'll give you $1 million and we'll all convert to your religion. Show me where this says this is about Messiah, the son of David.
Stump of Jesse.
How do you know
Gezei
that's
Shai.
Messiah? How do you know it's not one of the
Gezei
three
Shai.
kings that came?
That is a Messiah. What do you mean?
No, one of the kings that historically rose to prominence and power.
Oh, you're talking about that this is speaking about a specific king and not necessarily the Messiah?
Yeah, how do you
That's
know
what
it's
you mean?
Messiah?
Because of the stump of Jesse.
Was Hezekiah from the stump of Jesse?
Yes.
Was Josiah from the stump of Jesse?
Yes.
Was Solomon?
Yes.
Okay, now prove to me that this is Messiah, not one of these kings that came.
They were all messiahs, but not the
Okay,
Messiah.
no, the Messiah. I want you to show
Okay,
me
the
prophecy
Messiah.
about the Messiah.
Spirit of Yahweh will rest on him, spirit of wisdom, understanding and might, and so on and so forth.
Okay, how do you know this
Meaning,
is the Messiah? I'm still waiting for the answer, buddy.
because he has not yet come. All of these have not yet been fulfilled.
How do you know it's not referring to one of the historical kings?
Because it's speaking in the future tense.
How do you know it's not referring to one of the kings that comes after Isaiah? Are we going to keep going doing this? Because you know there were Judean
Yeah, I
kings
know.
up into the Babylonian captivity, right?
I know, yes.
Okay, so how do you know it's not referring to one of them?
I don't think, if I recall our history
It's
correctly,
about
I
what
don't
you
think
think.
that
Okay, that's
I don't think that it matches any of the other kings after.
Well,
Chaz.
you can think what you want, because if you've read your scriptures, even the promises that God makes are conditioned, because he says that his throne will be forever. But then he says, if he obeys my commandments, like he said with Solomon. So how do you know it's not conditional?
Because of 2 Samuel 7.
That's actually going to work against you, because 2 Samuel 7, 14, 15 is about Solomon. I know what you're referring to. 2 Samuel 7,
Go
14.
there. I want to see it. I want to see it and see how
I'm
you
going to show it to you.
understand.
Very easy. You sure you want to see it?
I know it.
Oh,
I just
no,
want to
you
see
don't,
what
because have you read the parallel? First
I know
Chronicles?
that it's about Samuel. Sorry,
It's
about Solomon.
who?
Solomon, sorry.
Okay, so I don't need to prove it, because then look what he says about Solomon. Hold on. Yahweh, the God of Israel, chose me from all the house of my father to be king over Israel forever. For he has chosen Judah to be a ruler, and the house of Judah, my father's house, and among the sons of my father, he took pleasure in me to make me king over all Israel. Now of all my sons, for Yahweh has given me many sons, he has chosen my son Solomon to sit on the throne of the kingdom of Yahweh over Israel. And he said to me, your son Solomon is the one who shall build my house and my courts. For I've chosen him to be a son to me, and I'll be a father to him. And I will establish his kingdom forever if, here's a condition, if, it's not unconditional, he will be strong to do my commandments, and my judgments is done now. So what if Solomon doesn't do his commandments? Will his kingdom be forever?
No, but it didn't say.
Good.
He never said that he removes his kingdom from him.
I didn't say he rules the kingdom from David. It says Solomon's kingdom will be forever if he obeys my commandments. So if he doesn't, that means his Solomon, I'm not talking about David, won't be forever. So my point is, Isaiah 11, how do you know it's not talking about one of those historical kings that had he obeyed God, then his rule would be forever, but because of sin, he then disqualified himself?
No, because it says here that it's forever, right? And I know that there's a conditional here. I know that there's a condition here, but it's never been met.
You don't know the Tanakh. Because I just said, maybe you're not clear, that when you have statements that says his kingdom will be forever, you can't just take a passage in isolation, because then you're going to have to look for all the other passages related to the same theme. And all throughout, the condition for the sons of David is they must obey, otherwise the Lord will discipline them. Do I need to show you Psalm 89?
But that's not what it said in 2 Samuel 7. That's the problem.
Buddy, all right, okay. Now, you sure you want to go that route? Because now Isaiah 9:6, you just proved Messiah is God in the flesh. Now I'm going to play your game.
What does that have to do with
it? Doesn't say,
2
because
Samuel?
It says the child born who sits on David's throne, his kingdom will be forever.
El Gibor, yeah, I know that.
Who is this?
No, El Gibor. It's supposed to be the Messiah, yeah.
Oh, you agree it's a Messiah?
Yeah.
Oh, you shocked me. I'll be honest, because
it's really not that complicated, because in the Bible the idea of the it's not, because in the ancient world the idea of
the mighty God.
The idea of the king being God or son of God is really not that far-fetched.
No, very complicated. Because I want you to hear me
Isaiah.
out. I'm going to challenge you. Show me in Isaiah where the phrase El Gibor is used for someone other than true God.
Let's use concordance then.
The very next chapter, El Gibor is used of Yahweh. Here, next chapter. Very next chapter. Isaiah 10:20-21. Now, it will be on that day that the remnant of Israel and those of the house of Jacob who have escaped will never again rely on the one who struck them, but will truly rely on Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. A remnant will return, the remnant of Jacob, to the mighty God, El Gibor. The very next chapter, and Isaiah is full of references. There is no other El, Elohim besides Yahweh. But in the chapter previously, the mighty God will be born as a child. So your God's going to be born as a baby?
No, that's his name. That's not him being mighty God.
No,
much in the previous chapter. Yeah, but in the previous chapter,
buddy, take it easy.
Okay,
I know your arguments. Listen to yourself. So because he's called Wonderful Counselor, he's not really a wonderful counselor? See, listen to your stupidity.
I don't get what you mean. Can you explain it?
You said that's his name. That's not who he is. So his name is Prince of Peace, but he's not really a Prince of Peace.
No, the name indicates that he needs to be a Prince of Peace.
He's going to be what? Say it again.
He needs to be a Prince of Peace.
So,
but it's not a quality of him.
Okay,
that's what I'm talking about.
Listen to yourself, dude. Listen, you're being recorded. So he will be named Prince of Peace because he needs to be that, right?
Yes.
So the name refers to a quality he must have.
Okay.
Because that's what you just said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that means the name Mighty God means this is something he must become, the Mighty God, according to your
That's why I want you to go to the previous chapter.
Isaiah 8 is about what?
Ma'ir Shalal Chashbaz, the one that you usually skip.
And why? The text tells you why he's called that, right?
Yeah.
Why
because it's a prophecy about Damascus and Iran.
So
what it doesn't have to do with him being mighty God. It has to do with
you just
the situation.
Yourself. You're not listening. Did you not just say Prince of Peace is something he needs to be?
It is, yeah, it is.
But you just refuted yourself. But now you're contradicting yourself because you're saying Prince of Peace is something he needs to be. But then you went to Isaiah's son and you said, see, that name is not what he is. So make up your damn mind.
Why does a prophecy need to be unanimous in its understanding?
A Prince of Peace. Just say he's not going to be a Prince of Peace.
I don't understand why is it so complicated. It's really simple.
No, you made it complicated. You're burying yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. So can I please explain myself in a more...
to me? No, I need to first see how you're going to butcher this. Please explain to me. Is the child actually a ruler of peace? Will he rule in peace? Yes or no?
It's a prophecy of what he's supposed to be.
Okay, so he will be that, right?
Not necessarily.
But wait, I'm going to bury you because it says his kingdom will be forever. So now you're saying it's conditional.
To establish and uphold with justice and
right here on the throne of David of his kingdom, to establish, uphold it from then and forever. Now you just contradict yourself because you said, see, in Isaiah 11, right, it's unconditional. Well, here it's unconditional. It will rule forever.
Could you pull it in Hebrew, please, so I can read it in Hebrew? I don't have a perfect recollection of the Hebrew here.
You're killing me, brother. Okay. So now you just admit forever doesn't mean unconditional. It doesn't have to be extra. So make up your mind, buddy, so I can know how to address you.
Like I said in 2 Samuel 17, it's not conditional.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
So
please pull it up. Please pull it up. Please.
Yes,
I
did. I know it says, I will not take away my love from him as I took away from Saul. Do you believe First Chronicles 28 or
what do you mean? What do you mean? Do I believe?
I just read to you that in verse 7 of First Chronicles 28:7, that his kingdom will forever if he obeys my commandments. So you're saying Chronicles not contradict 2 Samuel. Did we not just read that, dude?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, so stop playing games with me. I know what 2 Samuel 7, but I don't pit scripture against scripture. I'm being more charitable to your Old Testament. I believe that passage explains this passage, that Solomon's kingdom will only be forever if he obeys. Can you now show me, to prove my point before you read Hebrew, can you show me any other place in the Tanakh where the throne of David is also said to be the throne of Solomon? That they will inherit the throne of Solomon?
That the throne of David is also the throne of Solomon?
Is it not true in all these prophecies of the coming kings? It says the throne of David, the kingdom of David. Can you show me where it says the throne of Solomon, the kingdom of Solomon?
Why does it need to be in those words?
Because according to you, when God said to Solomon, his kingdom is forever, that's unconditional, meaning it's his kingdom, right?
Not just to him, to his lineage. Why do you...
But you said it's unconditional to Solomon.
No, the dynasty is unconditional, not the kingdom itself.
I'll let everyone decide how you contradict it. Now read the Hebrew from here. It is. You can read right to left. Go ahead.
Isaiah. Oh, no, I was talking about 2 Samuel. This is Isaiah.
No, yeah, because we were talking about Isaiah 9 where it says the child to be born, his throne will be forever.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So can you put it back?
Brother, why are you doing this to me? Are you trying to make me a heart attack? You know I'm not patient, but go ahead. Read for me.
משרה ולשלום אין קץ על כיסא דוד ועל ממלכתו להכין אותה ולסעדה ולמשפט ולצדקה.
עולם.
מעתה ועד עולם קינת אדוני צבאות תעשה. Okay.
Now tap dance around עולם. Tap dance around it because this is the
ועד עולם, yes. No, it is forever.
Okay. So can we stop the nonsense and coming back?
Wait, did it say... Whoa. Hold on. Can you go back, please? Did it say ותכינת ממלכתו?
Guys, how long do you think this guy's going to last? Let's see. Go ahead. Go ahead, I'll wait. I'll give you time.
שלום, אין קץ על כיסא דוד ועל ממלכתו להכין אותה ולסעדה. להכין אותה? Actually, I never noticed להכין. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I'll concede this argument.
Okay.
It is forever.
No. Don't concede that because you're going to do a tap dance. So now this is an unconditional promise. He will reign forever. Is that what you're saying?
His dynasty, yes.
So guys, notice he said yes because I don't want to
on the throne of David, yes.
And that means he will then actually become the Prince of Peace?
No.
You know, I got
you
know, you got to get out of here right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I can't catch up. I'm sorry.
Okay, so can you be honest and say you said that the name means that's what he needs to be, but doesn't mean he'll become it, right?
It's a prophecy, yes. I think.
But now you admit this is unconditional. That means he will actually become king. He will actually sit on David's throne, and he will rule forever. So he's going to actualize it, right?
Yes, I guess, yes.
Now be honest then. That means then he will then actualize being the Prince of Peace, right?
Yes, this future king. Yes.
Now I like you. Then it means he will actually become the mighty God. You're stuck.
I'm not so sure, no. Not too sure that I'm stuck.
Okay, well, let's ignore that. I know you're being convicted. So what other prophecy do you have that you think is about the Messiah?
I can't pull one off the top of my head.
Okay, I want to show you because you like Haggai. Your name is Haggai, right?
Haggai, yes.
Okay, let's go here. Now I want to see. I want you to explain to me. The first temple of Solomon, Shlomo, The cloud appeared. Fire came out of the cloud and consumed the sacrifices. And Solomon and the priest saw it, right?
Yeah.
And not only that, but in the temple, you would have the mercy seat, the Ark of the Covenant. You would have the
Yes.
golden jar of manna. You had Aaron's rod, and you had the tablets of stone behind the most holy place, right?
Yes.
In the second temple, did the pillar of cloud appear?
No.
Did they have the rod and the tablets of stone?
No, there's a midrash about the word there that talks about
So they didn't have it, right? I believe you.
no,
'cause
they didn't have it. They didn't have it.
Okay, now since your name is Haggai, can you explain to me how the glory of the second temple will be glory than the first? Here it is, Haggai 6, chapter 2, verse 6 to 9. For thus says Yahweh of hosts, once more in a little while, I'm going to shake the heavens and the earth, the sea also
Yes.
and the dry land. I will shake all the nations. They will come with the desirable things of all nations. I will fill this house. It's not about the second temple.
Yes.
You know this because you've read Haggai 1. I hope you're not going to disagree with me.
No, I know.
Okay, good. He's not being honest. I will fill this house with glory, says Yahweh of hosts. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, declares Yahweh of hosts. The latter glory, the glory of this house, will be greater than the first.
Yes.
And in this place I will give peace. So what happened in the second temple that made the glory of the second temple greater than the first? And how did God establish peace in the second temple in light of the fact it was
It
destroyed?
never happened.
That's not what it says. Remember you said unconditional promise? He didn't say
No.
it.
Okay. All right.
Ah.
This goes to the interpretation of whether the second temple is a second temple or is
He
it
did
merely a
say,
rendition of
says,
the first?
the latter house, this house. You want me to read it
Okay,
again?
I know, but this
This
is
house. with
I know
glory.
what you mean. I know what you mean. What I'm trying to say is that this goes into the interpretation of whether or not the second temple was the second temple
I
or is
don't
it
care
simply
what
the
your
first.
tradition says. The text in front of my eyes. I will fill
I know.
this house. Do I need to
Which
start reading
means
from one?
this house can mean the future house, not necessarily the second
No,
temple.
because let's read from verse 1. No, I'm sorry. Bye your tradition. On the 21st of the 7th month, the word of Yahweh came by the hand of Haggai, the prophet, saying, "Speak now to Zerubbabel." He was not building a future house that didn't exist. He was building the second temple. The son of
I
Shealtiel,
know.
governor of Judah, and to Joshua, the son of Jehozadak, the high priest and eminent of the people, saying, "Who among you remains who saw this house in its former glory? And how do you see it
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Does it not seem like nothing in your eyes?" Well, hold on. Don't say yes, because when I tell you it's about this house, oh, no, it doesn't mean that.
I
Let's
know
read.
it's about this house. That's my point. It is
Okay.
this house. But this
Okay,
house
so
doesn't
how did
it-
this house become more glorious?
I will fill this house with glory. But you think this is the
Because it
second
wasn't
temple.
finished built when Zerubbabel and Joshua were building it.
I know.
It took many more years, so that even at the time of Ezra, they were still building it. Stop the games, dude.
I know. I'm not denying any of this.
Okay, so how did the second house become more glorious than the
It
first?
did not. That's my point. It
So
didn't.
this is a false prophecy.
No, it's not. That's my point. It's not talking about the second temple.
Okay,
Because
one more
you think
time, because you're wasting my time.
okay.
This house, which house? Let's go back. This house that Zerubbabel is fashioning, this house I will fill with my glory.
Okay. Can I give you an analogy, maybe to
No, you
illustrate
can't. I
my
want to
point?
deal with the text, buddy.
I'm
Look at
trying.
me.
I'm
I'm
trying.
following the text more than you are. Can you explain it to me?
I'm trying to. You know what?
No, you're not. You're telling me it
I'm-
doesn't have to mean this house.
I'm gonna pull it up in Hebrew. Maybe it's more clear there.
You want me to show you the Hebrew? You can read the Hebrew. It's not going to make your case.
I think it will.
Okay, let's see how it's going to make your case. My goodness, man. What I have to
I
go
just
through.
feel like we're talking past each other. I don't know how. else
No,
to
we're not.
remedy
You're
this.
denying what the text says because you know it's going to show you you missed your Messiah and you don't want to repent. Here it is. Okay, Haggai. Let's go to Haggai 2. Okay. When do you want to start reading from the Hebrew for me? Here, it's right in front of you. You want to start from verse 1?
Yeah. Okay, talking to the guy. Scroll down. את הבית הזה בכבודו הראשון, ומה אתם רואים אותו עתה, הלא הוא כעין בעיניכם.
Hold on. What does it say here?
הבית הזה, yes, this temple, this
Okay,
house.
good. Remember these
Okay.
words. Okay. Remember. Take it
Yes.
easy. Which temple? The one that Zerubbabel is fashioning, right?
Yes, the same one that was destroyed.
Okay. Good. No, it wasn't destroyed yet.
No,
Meaning the first one was, but this one is not.
this is
being built.
exactly my point. This is exactly my
No,
point.
that's not your point because the second one is being built.
There
It's
is
not
no
the
second
same.
house. That's my point. There is never a second house. It's the
What are
same
they
house.
building here?
The temple.
And when he says right here, so you're playing games with the text, but you have to act like a Muslim with your own Bible. That's okay. They have to pervert the text. Watch here now. Okay, a little while, and I will shake heaven and earth and the sea. All right. And dry land, I will shake all nations, and they shall come. The desire of nations, and I will fill what again?
Abayit hazeh, yes,
Which
I know.
house?
This house.
Which
This
one?
temple. Hazeh, yes. This is what I
Which
mean.
one? The
This is
one
what I'm talking
Zerubbabel is building, right?
No,
Do I need to
no.
go back to the
Okay, you know what? Yes. Yeah, for your sake, yes, because I don't think you understand
Well,
my
now,
point.
no, it's going to make, because now I want to know here. What does it say here?
Abayit hazeh acharon min harishon.
Okay. So this temple will be filled with glory more than the previous one. The former one is which one? Harishon. Which one is that?
I'm gonna go in like 5 minutes. I just want to make it.
Okay. Which one is this? The former one.
Harishon was the first temple.
Say it again.
The first temple.
Okay. So when it says ha bayat haza, the same word used all throughout. I hope I don't have to come to ha bayat haza, and then we go back here. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go here, because I don't want you to do the tap dance, but please, friend, please.
I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so can we now stop the game? Ha bayat haza is the temple that Zerubbabel and Joshua are building, right?
All right. I think I can explain this. It says, can you scroll down to the word next to, scroll down, please?
Yes. Which one? Verse 9?
Abayit hazeh. Okay. Ha'acharon min harishon. So
yes.
Ha'acharon here can also refer to the prophecy in Isaiah, which speaks that he is the first and the last. Ani harishon v'ani ha'acharon. So acharon here doesn't mean that this house is the last house.
Can you stop butchering Isaiah 44:6? Because that's talking God is the first and last. Here it's talking about this temple in contrast to the former one.
I'm talking about the word acharon here, the word latter here. Acharon.
It's referred to ha bayat hazah.
I know.
Make the connection.
I know. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Is that,
why don't you come back some other time, because you said your time is up, because we're spinning.
Yeah,
you.
I'm sorry.
Come back.
I'm sorry.
Let me know it's you. I enjoyed talking to you.